The big story that we are tracking right now, cornered, booked and yet defiantly arrogant. One would imagine that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, the BJP MP who is now charged with stalking, molestation and criminal intimidation by 6 women wrestlers, would at least be apologetic or even repentant. But unfortunately, he remains arrogant even now when confronted by Times Now about the charges that have been made against him in the charge sheet, which speaks of continuing harassment, stalking and molestation. Here is how Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh reacted.
So Brij Bhushan Singh Saran has arrived at the Delhi airport. We'll try to ask question to him. सिंह जी, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
मेरे पास
आपके खिलाफ अब चार्जशीट दायर हो गई। चार्जशीट में कई सारी चीजें सामने आ रही हैं। 354 AD सब कुछ
मेरे खिलाफ मेरे पास बोलने के लिए मेरे पास कुछ नहीं है।
पुलिस ने कहा है कि कार्रवाई की जानी चाहिए। आप सजा के हकदार हैं।
मेरे पास आपके लिए कुछ मसाला नहीं है।
प्रियंका गांधी कह रही हैं कि आपको पार्टी निष्कासित क्यों नहीं कर रही?
कोर्ट में चलिए कोर्ट।
क्या आप अब इस्तीफा देंगे?
क्यों दें इस्तीफा?
इस्तीफा नहीं देंगे?
क्यों दें इस्तीफा? इस्तीफा किस बात की मांग रहे हैं आप?
6 आपके खिलाफ आप इस तरह से कैसे बात कर सकते हैं? 6 आपके खिलाफ केसेस दायर हो चुके, क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप इस पर? 6 केसेस दायर हो चुके जिसमें सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट और ये भी कहा गया है कि लगातार सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट किया गया आपने उनको। प्रोटीन पाउडर जब दे रहे थे तब भी आपने प्रोटीन सप्लीमेंट देने के इसमें किया गया।
Well, in fact, all of this reaction coming from Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh after the Delhi police filed a charge sheet which made it very clear that he had, and I quote, stalked, molested and intimidated the lady wrestlers, which makes him liable for prosecution and punishment. Naturally, on the back of this, the opposition has now lashed out at the centre and said that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is being shielded.
ऐसे शख्स को आप पार्लियामेंट में अभी भी बैठाए हुए हैं। ऐसे शख्स को जिसके खिलाफ 6 महीने भर इसी प्रकार के आरोप थे, आपने उनको बचाया और आज भी वो गिरफ्तार नहीं हुए क्योंकि वो मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट है और आपकी दल के मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट है। रेसलर्स ने जो भी कहा वो सच है और अपने लिए नहीं, हर औरत के लिए वो फीमेल रेसलर्स लड़े थे। आज तक ब्रिज भूषण गिरफ्तार नहीं हुआ, तो ये हमारे देश के लिए इतने हानिकारक मैसेज गया है सरकार से कि ये ठीक नहीं है।
Government is offering political patronage despite everything else to Brij Bhushan Singh tells you a lot about the loss of moral compass, about the loss of morality in this government. But the reality is that the courts will take cognizance. There's enough and more evidence to nail Brij Bhushan Singh. Should he continue in his office, should he continue to be a part of the BJP, is where the Prime Minister is on test. He's not on test by India's opposition, he's on test by India's daughters. I don't think we can support violence of any kind. I think violence in public life should be completely detested. I think violence needs to be controlled by government, no matter where it's happening.
Well, let the law take its own course. Now that the charge sheet has been filed, it obviously has to be judicially adjudicated. So therefore, let the law take its own course.
All right, joining us on the broadcast, we have Tejshri, who in fact tried to speak to the Member of Parliament. Rishabh is also joining us, as is Priyank Tripathi. I'll quickly come to you first, Tejshri. What brought on this outburst?
Well, we had tried to put forward straight questions to the BJP MP and outgoing WFI chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh as to, we asked him that the serious charges have been mentioned against him in the charge sheet, mentioning 354, 354A and 354D. Second, we asked him that opposition is asking that why BJP is not suspending him from the party. He said that I will not respond. Third, we asked him that how will you respond in the court. He said that I will go to the court on 18th of July, that his court is asked him to come on 18th of July. Fourth and most important, when we questioned him, when Times Network questioned him regarding his resignation कि आप resign कब करेंगे, आप resign करेंगे भी या नहीं करेंगे, to which he said, why should I resign? With no audacity he says that why should I resign, हम resign क्यों करें? Repeatedly he says these things 3 times and then he misbehaves, straight away goes into his car, sits in his car. Still Times Now, the team of Times Now keeps on asking him the question that it is not only one case that has been filed against him, 6 several severe charges have been mentioned in the charge sheet, repeated allegation of alleged sexual harassment
Okay.
has been made against him. We also have asked him that while providing protein supplements, we have asked for sexual favors. To what he did was he had taken off our mic and tried to just throw off. That means he tried to misbehave with the entire crew.
Okay, stay with me, Tejshri. Let me go across to Priyank Tripathi as well. And he, in fact, has accessed critical parts of the charge sheet. Over to you, Priyank. Take it away.
See, Padmaja, what we have got to know that this 1500-page charge sheet, which has been filed by the Delhi police on the basis of the statement given by the 21 witnesses who have collaborated with the statement of the victims in this case, have also collaborated with the statement which was given by them. And very interestingly, Geeta Fogart and Babita Fogart, both of the international film wrestlers, have also collaborated with the statement of one of the wrestlers. We will try to withhold the name of the 6 wrestlers, but it's a matter of fact that all those wrestlers who were protesting on the ground had given the allegation that at multiple locations they were physically abused by Brij Bhushan Singh. We have also managed to access those the exclusive picture which is a part of this charge sheet, Padmaja, which shows that how Brij Bhushan Singh was made and accused by the Delhi police, and this is a picture which will be coming on the screen for the viewers, which shows that this was a picture which was given by these wrestlers. So the picture was taken in the year around 2018 at CD Ford Auditorium, and this was also under the domain of WFI. And this was a picture which has certainly nailed the lies of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. This is a picture which has also been given by one of the wrestlers to the Delhi police official. This is a part of the charge sheet which we are showing it to our viewers, because now the cognizance has been taken and we are allowed, it's a public domain. But on the other side, there were 4 other pictures, Padmaja, which has also been produced by the wrestlers before the police officials, which has been an corroboratory electronic evidence for the police officials on the claim which was made by the wrestlers. These female wrestlers approached the police. There were 7 of them. 6 of them statement was taken under the relevant section of Indian Penal Code. But the 7th wrestler, who was a minor, later to that she withdrew her statement, where the Delhi police had also approached the court, where the police have taken back the complaint. But this is the exclusive picture which we have managed to access, which shows that how the wrestlers were feeling bad without their approval. They were touched by Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, who was the then WFI chief. So this is evidence which has also been taken into consideration by the Delhi police. In the picture, you can see that how Brij Bhushan Singh is holding the hand of the wrestler on one side, from the back he is also holding the wrestler. This was resisted by the wrestlers. This is what they have told it to the Delhi police official, and because of the resistance which they showed, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh did not stop, and he kept on touching these female wrestlers, and they kept on protesting about that. When they actually came out on the street, when they came to Jantar Mantar, they finally raised their voice that there was physical misconduct which was happening to them. They tried to protest to that, but since they protested, there was discrimination which started with them. That's why they kept their mouth shut. But finally, after 2.5 years, or you can say the time gap of 2011 to 2022, the timing which has been mentioned in the charge sheet, these wrestlers finally came out, and 6 of them at least had that courage to come out on street. And very interestingly, 2 of the coaches have also given their statement against Brij Bhushan Singh. 2 of the the trainers
Priyank,
have
can you
also
just
given.
tell us more specifically about this picture? This forms a part of the charge sheet, and you're saying it is based on this picture that one of the ladies has alleged that she felt uncomfortable. What happened after? Give us the story of this picture and what role it plays in the charge sheet.
Certainly. So this picture is part of the 5 pictures, the electronic evidence which has been given by the wrestlers to the Delhi police. Since the electronic call record could not have been obtained by the Delhi police for more than the time period of 12 months, because the crime happened, the alleged crime happened in between the 2011 to 2022, the Delhi police had to rely on the whatever evidence was available with them. So one of the wrestlers out of the 6 wrestlers who had given the complaint, those major wrestlers who had given the complaint to the Delhi police, this was one of the photographs among the 5 photographs which was given by the wrestlers to the Delhi police, which was, according to them, abuse which was happening to them. And what one of the wrestlers has said, that once this picture was being clicked, Brij Bhushan Singh kept on holding her hand, and when she tried to move his hand away, he was not doing that. That was a clear-cut allegation which has come up from the wrestlers. And not even that, after several incidences, this particular wrestler whose picture is visible on a TV screen has also said that this was not one of the time period when they were sexually abused. There were 5 more incidences when similar to something like this had happened, and that's what has been mentioned in the charge sheet.
All right, just stay with me, Priyank. Let me quickly get in Brinda Karat on this as well. Clearly behaving, depending on the behavior that we just saw from Mr. Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, he is definitely not apologetic despite what the Delhi police charge sheet against him says. Ma'am.
You're absolutely right in the fact that he misbehaved so with your reporter is certainly condemnable. But if you look at the charges against this man, the question really to be asked is, how has he still not been arrested? Do MPs have special privileges as far as being guilty or at least being charged with sexual harassment and still evading what is clearly a case for immediate arrest? So the question is, who is defending him? It's clear the government is defending him. It's clear the Home Ministry is defending him. And I think it sends a very, very worrying message to women in this country that even where there is so much evidence, as your report shows, a man is still not arrested. So what's the message that goes out to the people of India, the women of India?
Terrible message, Ms. Brinda Karat. Thank you very much for speaking to us. And what is the kind of message that Mr. Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh thinks that he is giving out by topping his behavior with this kind of arrogance? A quick word from Rishabh as well outside the house of the Member of Parliament. Let me bring in our guests. Joining us is Mukul. He's a former international wrestler. Rakesh Singh, who's a coach and General Secretary of the Haryana Wrestling Association, and Pradeep Mahar, leader of the BJP. Priyank, just stay on with me as well. But let me first ask you, Rakesh Singh ji, आपने बहुत टाइम से डिफेंड किया है ब्रिज भूषण शरण सिंह को. अब चार्जशीट में साफ साफ जो चीजें लिखी हुई हैं, आपने तो पढ़ी ली होंगी, आपकी सहूलियत के लिए एक बार फिर से रिपीट कर लेती हूं, जहां पे उन्होंने बोला है कि आउटरेजिंग मॉडेस्टी ऑफ अ वुमन, सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट, स्टॉकिंग, क्रिमिनल इंटिमिडेशन, इंक्लूडिंग 1 केस जो कि रिपीटेड एंड कंटिन्यूइंग था. यानी कि एक बार बदतमीजी की, फिर बार बार बदतमीजी की. अब भी वो इस तरीके से दबंग कैसे रह सकते हैं?
जी, हेलो.
हाँ राकेश सिंह जी, उनकी दबंगई तो कतई कम नहीं हुई है. हैरेसमेंट के लिए उनको चार्जशीट किया गया है, स्टॉकिंग के लिए किया गया है, क्रिमिनल इंटिमिडेशन यानी कि लोगों को डराना, धमकाना, दबाव बनाना.
ये उनकी एक छवि बना दी गई है और उसको बार बार किसी आदमी पे इस तरह के तंज कसे जाएंगे तो वो छवि जो लोगों में बना दी गई है, अब उसको तो ये जो भाई टीवी पे बैठे हैं जो पहलवान है वो उससे बाहर निकलेंगे ही नहीं. बाकी उसके आप एरिया में जाके पूछिए, अगर वो दबंग होते तो शायद 7 बार के सांसद ना होते. वो अपने लोगों में इतने जज्बे से और इतने दिल से उनसे प्यार के करते हैं लोग.
छवि की बात
तो
कर रहे
7
हैं.
बार सांसद बने
आज उनका बिहेवियर
तो
आपने
एक बार भी लोग
देखा.
सांसद नहीं बनते,
आप पहले की बात छोड़िए ना सर. सर सांसद होना मतलब,
हाँ मैंने सुना है.
आपने उनका बिहेवियर आज के दिन का देखा है. इसमें छवि की क्या बात है? एक बार फिर से आपकी सहूलियत के लिए let's keep Rakesh Singh ji alone in the window and let's play out the sequence for him again of what Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh did. Let's play it.
मैंने उनकी सुन ली आवाज.
आप रुकिए, आपकी सहूलियत एक बार फिर से दिखा देते हैं कि ये छवि है जो कि उनकी खराब की जा रही है या फिर उनका बिहेवियर इस तरीके का है. एक बार दिखाइए.
जी जी जी.
Can somebody please play that entire sequence? All right, maybe we can get a sequence with the nat up on it in just a second. राकेश सिंह जी, आपने कहा आपने देखा ही हुआ है, आप उस पर प्रतिक्रिया देना चाहेंगे?
जी हाँ जी, हाँ जी। देखिए, वो इंसान बहुत अच्छे हैं, लेकिन बार बार उनको टॉर्चर किया जा रहा है। और 18 जनवरी से लेकर आज देखिए, एक जिसके पास पोता पोती हैं, जिसके पास समाज का काम है, जो हिंदुस्तान में 7 बार के सांसद चुने गए हैं, उन पे बार बार सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट की इस तरह बातें करेंगे तो एक आदमी पजल तो हो ही सकता है। लेकिन उनका किसी को धमकाने का कोई मकसद नहीं है, लेकिन आदमी कई बार बार वही रिपीट की जाए, बार बार वही चीज रिपीट की जाए तो आदमी का, मुझे लगता है कि कोई भी आदमी इसमें गुस्से में आ सकता है। और उनके जो साथ बीती है वो शायद किसी इंसान के साथ नहीं बीतनी चाहिए कि उतने बड़े कैरियर में 65 साल की उम्र में ये उनको कलंकित किया गया और उन पे जो इन्हें इस तरह की जो आरोप लगाए गए। मैं समझता हूं अब तो कोर्ट में है सब कुछ, और दिल्ली पुलिस ने जो संज्ञान लिया है, जो उनकी जो चार्जशीट दी है, अब तो एविडेंस की जरूरत है। एविडेंस जैसे भी सामने आएगी, कोर्ट उनको फाल्टी करता है, कोर्ट उनको बरी करता है, तो वो कोर्ट की बातें हैं। अब तो अननेसेसरी कोर्ट के बारे में बीच में बोलना भी गलत बात होगा। और जिस लड़की ने आरोप लगाए हैं वो उनको साबित करे, उनको सजा कराएं। लेकिन बार बार उनको टॉर्चर जो कर रहे हैं वो केवल उसी की एक झलक होगी जो उन्होंने आज, मुझे लगता है, जो एक गुस्से में बोल दिया होगा। बाकी वो बहुत अच्छे इंसान हैं।
बताइए मुकुल जी, बहुत अच्छे इंसान हैं, बट कभी कभी गुस्से में ऐसी चीजें हो जाती हैं।
देखिए मैम, राकेश जी को तो एक जिम्मेवारी का पद मिला हुआ है और वो मतलब बगैर जो इलेक्शन के जो वोटिंग भी नहीं हुई है, और राकेश जी उनको 6 बार के 7 बार के सांसद होते हुए ये कह रहे हैं कि वो बहुत ही शरीफ इंसान है और भी सांसद होंगे। इनके ऊपर जो आरोप जो लगे हैं वो पुलिस ने भी चार्जशीट के नाम दाखिल करके बता दिया गया है कि छेड़छाड़ हुई है, पीछा हुआ है, डराया गया है, धमकाया गया है। और वो कभी कभी गुस्से में नहीं आते, वे आदतन ही गुस्सेल हैं। आपने देखा होगा वहां पर के नाम जब कुश्ती होती होगी स्टेज पर भी, जब लड़के को थप्पड़ मारने का एक्सीडेंट हुआ, और बहुत सारे कोचेज हैं जो वे भी डराए गए हैं, वे भी धमकाए गए हैं। एक दबंगी, और सरकार को सबसे पहले एक ही काम करना चाहिए, इनको सांसद पद से त्याग पत्र सबसे पहले लेना चाहिए। और उसके जो पहले जब आंदोलन कर रहे थे पहलवान, और ये कहते हैं कि पहलवान जानते हैं, भाई हम जानते हैं इसीलिए तो आंदोलन पे बैठे थे, हम अपनी कुश्ती को बचाना चाहते हैं। और जब इतने बड़े पद पर रहते हुए उनके ऊपर ये जब आरोप सिद्ध होते जा रहे हैं, और उसके बाद भी आप उसको शरीफ बता रहे हो। 6 बार का सांसद, 7 बार का सांसद को सर्टिफिकेट शरीफ का तो है नहीं, और किसी पर ये लांछन लगे नहीं है।
प्रदीप
सामने सिद्ध भी होता जा रहा है।
प्रदीप माहौर जी, पहले बात थी कि चलिए अभी पूरी प्रक्रिया हो रही है, अब तो चार्जशीट भी सामने आ गई है, चार्जशीट दिल्ली पुलिस ने ही की है। उसके बाद एक बार फिर से आपको मैं सुनाना चाहती हूँ कि किस तरीके का रवैया था आज भी बृजभूषण शरण सिंह का, जब उनसे सीधा सा सवाल यह पूछा गया कि क्या आप अब इस्तीफा देंगे, क्या आपको लगता है कि आपको अपने पद से हट जाना चाहिए, क्या उनका रवैया था। आप भी एक बार देखिए और बताइए कैसे ये आप कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं। सुनिए।
So Brij Bhushan Sharan has arrived at the Delhi airport. We'll try to ask question to him. सिंह जी, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
मेरे पास
आपके खिलाफ अब चार्जशीट दायर हो गई, चार्जशीट में कई सारी चीजें सामने आ रही है, 354 AD सब कुछ
मेरे खिलाफ मेरे पास आपके लिए बोलने के लिए मेरे पास कुछ नहीं।
पुलिस ने कहा है कि कार्रवाई की जानी चाहिए, आप सजा के हकदार हैं।
मेरे पास आपके लिए कुछ मसाला नहीं है।
प्रियंका गांधी कह रही हैं कि आपको पार्टी निष्कासित क्यों नहीं कर रही?
कोर्ट में चलिए, कोर्ट।
क्या आप अब इस्तीफा देंगे?
क्यों दे इस्तीफा?
इस्तीफा नहीं देंगे?
क्यों दे इस्तीफा? इस्तीफा किस बात की मांग रहे हैं आप?
6 आपके खिलाफ, आप इस तरह से कैसे बात कर सकते हैं? 6 आपके खिलाफ केसेस दायर हो चुके, क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप इस पर? 6 केसेस दायर हो चुके जिसमें सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट, और ये भी कहा गया है कि लगातार सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट किया गया आपने उनको। प्रोटीन पाउडर जब दे रहे थे तब भी आपने प्रोटीन सप्लीमेंट देने के इसमें किया गया।
बताइए प्रदीप माहौर जी, सीधा सा सवाल उनसे पूछा गया और वो कहते हैं भक, ये सांसद हैं।
We should understand his mental condition. right? So many allegations are against him. And if we are not, sitting here to prove that he's wrong, then at
Sir,
least...
these are not allegations anymore. He is charge-sheeted. It is not at the stage of allegation anymore. There's a charge sheet by the Delhi police.
Charge sheet has to be investigated by the court. And until unless the court takes any decision.
Correct.
As far as this case is concerned.
I'm just trying to make it clear that these are not mere allegations. Charges have been framed against him.
So framing, police is framing the charges. No, earlier there were fingers on the police also, right? I mean, people were saying that police is biased or whatever, they are acting for the government and they are trying to save him. So now at least that, that those allegations against the police and the government are over. So now as police has framed the charges and put forward in the court, ultimately the court is going to decide. I mean, as far as this case is concerned, it has been quite dramatic since beginning. There was a minor, there was a,
Sir, we have moved beyond all of that. Now, as things stand today, we are talking simply about the charges that have been framed, and despite the charges, the behavior of the MP. That is all.
Yeah. No. As far as the behavior is concerned, that is wrong. Nobody can, say that this behavior is correct. But, I mean, this kind of a behavior with media should be condemned. But look at his mental condition. I mean,
well, with the greatest of respect, sir, mental condition of those who have accused him and who are still living in hiding and who still feel that the wheels of justice are turning very slowly isn't very great either. Anyhow, we leave it in the court of people's opinion. The charges are in front of the people. The behavior of the MP is also in front of the people. Should he continue in office? They will ultimately decide. Thanks very much, all gentlemen, for joining me. That's it then from me on this edition of the Explosive Exclusive. I'll see you next at 8 on India Upfront, where we are going to take a closer look at the election results from West Bengal and what are the learnings that we get from there for the big battle that lies ahead.